देख बिना ब्रेक.
Download Tak app.
So again, to go back to things that you have pointed out, first class cricket, women's cricket, ICC, etc. But just to sort of push you a little bit, India has done very well as a cricket team, test cricket team, but maybe not so much in ICC tournaments where we faltered at the last hurdle. How do you see this team at this current point?
As I said, it's a very strong team, but then you have to get past that semi-final. Like this World Cup, they played so well but lost to New Zealand on one day. And this is one thing which they'll have to address, and at some stage we'll speak to Virat and Ravi and the players that need to find a way to get past that hurdle in the big game, whether it's a mental hurdle or whatever, they'll do that. I still expect them to win in England and South Africa in test matches, which they need to do to be a good side. They beat Australia in 2018 last year. They beat Australia, but I will still expect them to win in South Africa and England, and they're going back to Australia next year. Yeah. I think that's going to be a bigger challenge. That's going to be a bigger challenge for them.
Smith and David Warner
and I'm sure with the standards Virat sets for himself and his team, he'll know at the back of his mind that the 2018 Australian team was not the best Australian team of his generation. And what he's going to face next year in October, which is not far away, is going to be a different Australia. The full strength Australia and a strong Australia. They have the team to beat them. They'll just have to believe and get everything right to beat them. So that's what I'm looking for. When I became captain, that was what was one of our aims, to compete with the best. And I remember 2003 in Australia, against that Australia, we were outstanding. And this team has the potential to do it. They have fast bowlers, they have spinners, they have a champion in Virat Kohli as a batsman. It's a new Ajinkya Rahane which we see in the last 3-4 months after his county stints. Rohit Sharma, I'm looking forward to his performance. And if India could get the top order right in the openers, because opening is the most important thing in overseas cricket. So if they can get that right, they'll be able to beat this Australian team.
Just to sort of analyze with your team, I mean, Virat Kohli was on this show and mentioned this, that again, he firstly said it was a great thing that you are BCCI president, because he said nobody understands a cricketer better than a cricketer of your stature who's played 113 tests. But he also said that with great respect for everyone who's played cricket before, there was one Srinath, there was one Zahir Khan, there was one Kapil Dev. Yes, you had great spinners, but this team, Mohammad Shami, Ishant Sharma, Umesh Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, he said, now this team actually believes that if we can score 250 to 300 runs on overseas conditions, we will win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? And I believe in that as well, as a former captain, as somebody who respects Virat Kohli enormously. But Zahir Khan and Srinath were as good as these boys. Zahir, Srishant and RP Singh single-handedly won that series in England. In 2007 under Dravid, and England was a fantastic batting unit then. England, they never lost before that in the last 25 years to any team a series other than Australia, and that Australia. Bumrah is good. Shami has been good last 1 year, to be honest. Umesh, I'm still not sure what he does overseas, because the lengths are different in overseas. If you look at his record outside India and in India even before this, was similar. He looked exemplary in India, and when he went away, because the bounce is different. A lot of deliveries which hit the stumps and hit the pads in India don't hit the stumps and hit the pads in England and Australia. So he's got to adjust that, and that's a big adjustment. Bumrah is an all-condition bowler, and he's India's biggest asset. I hope Shami continues, because he'll be exceptional. He's got Ishant at the best of his career. When Delhi Capitals picked him last year for the IPL, everybody said, why Ishant? You can't think about Ishant what he was 5 years ago. Think about Ishant now. He's a different bowler. So he has the attack, he's got the batting, he's the most important man in the team, because he's a champion player.
Tell me about, because as leader, nobody can judge him better. You've been one of the most exceptional captains.
There's no doubt about it. He's a champion player. So,
and as captain?
Very good. But you don't judge captains, because teams were different. The strength of teams were different. So I don't think you compare captains of any era with the captains of the other era. But he's a fantastic cricketer, fantastic person, which I think is very important. He's a solid person, Virat Kohli. Yes, he may make mistakes, he may say something.
Everybody does.
Everybody does. But as a human being, I believe what you do off the field, you carry on the field. And he's a very solid person off the field. So, a lot of things rest on his shoulders in India, when India traveled to Australia, but it won't be easy. It will not be as easy as 2018. And I don't know whether I'll still be board president then or not, but I'll be looking forward to Virat beating this Australian team in 2020 when they get there after the T20 World Cup.